Cheers. Whoosh. What does every girl want for Valentine's Day? That's it. Chocolate. But how can we make it healthier? Let's make it vegan and paleo. Is it low calorie? Not even a little bit. Let's make this dish. I'm trying out one of my kefir waters from another video I made. I'll put that link up there. It's delicious. This one is what is this? Lychee. I used lychee juice this time, so that's delicious. And it bubbles this time, so that's fun. So welcome back. It's Valentine's Day in about 4 days, and guess what we do for Valentine's Day? Besides drink, which I already did that video, I'll put it right here, but guess what we're doing today? We're making vegan paleo chocolate.
Because I'm extra.
Chocolate. What do you need to know? I wanted to dispel some myths about chocolate because a lot of people say it's got great antioxidants, it's got nutrients, which is true, but I think it really has to do with the type of chocolate and honestly how much sugar you have in your chocolate. So today we're making paleo vegan chocolate truffles. That's right, you guessed it, for your Valentine's. Let's start, shall we? First thing we have to do, we need to soak our dates. Similar to soaking your nuts, you gotta soak your dates. Okay, so now we have our dates soaking in some hot water. Try not to burn myself this time. So this recipe, super duper simple. You need dates, you need a vanilla extract, coconut water, coconut oil, and cocoa powder. Pretty easy. I'm also gonna be doing a coating, so we're gonna be using some chocolate chips, some vegan chocolate chips, mixed with a little bit of coconut oil, and we'll make a coating out of that, and then harden that up. I wanna show you guys what kind of chocolate chips I'm using. So I just got myself some Enjoy Life morsels. These are vegan chocolate chips, and they're literally just unsweetened chocolate and cane sugar. That's it. There's no milk added to it. It's free from gluten, wheat, peanuts, tree nuts, dairy, casein, soy, eggs, sesame, sulfites, lupin, mustard, fish, shellfish, crustacean. I didn't realize that chocolate had those things in there. And
mustard?
You know, I actually met a nice lady the other day and she said she was allergic to mustard, so she doesn't eat hot dogs, which I thought was really sad, but I understand there's also controversy with hot dogs. Being a naturopathic doctor is hard. Like everything you turn to, it's like that crazy, causes cancer, has an issue with this, can't do dairy, can't do nuts. Going to naturopathic medical school is like hard because everybody around you has some kind of crazy allergy, and then you get out in the real world and you're just like, oh.
I was just in that bubble for 4 years.
So anyway, we won't need that until the end anyway. Then we use some cocoa powder. This is about 6 tablespoons, about 1/4 cup and a half of that 1/4 cup. So 1/8 of a cup, 6 tablespoons, just stick with that. And then you're using, I think, a teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla concentrate is what I'm using. And then you're gonna be using some organic, unrefined coconut oil. Can you get refined? Yeah, it just doesn't taste as good, but get organic. It's not that much expensive. Coconut oil is expensive in general, but you know what? It's like a couple dollars more for the organic, unrefined, and it tastes better. So get that coconut flavor. Non-GMO, verified, chemical-free, certified organic, vegan, gluten-free, hexane-free, non-hydrogenated trans fats. 0. Grab yourself some of this. We're gonna need a tablespoon, I think. So we're gonna be mixing everything in a food processor. You know, we're blender people, we're food process people, and it's gonna take like 20 minutes, hopefully.
Foreshadowing.
Okay, let's make this dish, shall we? Here we go. We're still waiting for our dates to soak. Poke it, poke it. This recipe is really easy. Literally, you throw everything in the food processor, blend it up till it's smooth, scrape it down, blend it up some more, and then you take a melon baller and you scoop it out, and then you put it in the fridge, and then you melt down your chocolate chips, coat them all up, put them in the refrigerator, and then your Valentine will love you indefinitely because women love chocolate and wine. And what's better than having homemade vegan paleo truffles mixed with your homemade wine, which is doing really well, by the way. Check it out from last week's medicinal wines. So last week's wine is doing really well. Agitated it twice a day. Really excited about Friday to try it out. Still got stuff floating in. Okay, so the recipe says to just throw everything in a blender and blend it up. So I'm gonna do that. So I bought pitted dates because ain't nobody got time to pit their dates, and it's easy, and I'm down for easy because I ain't got time for that. So they're destemmed, they're pitted, and then they've been soaking. Next, you drain off the dates and you put them in a blender. You guys love dates? I love dates. I think the dates are amazing. I'm gonna talk about some fun facts about dates while I do this. So dates are an awesome sweetener. They have some amazing benefits to them. Number one, they've got some great minerals in it. I think they have about 130 something milligrams of potassium in them per serving, which I think is about 5 to 6 dates, something like that. Dates are also awesome for diabetics. So if you have an issue with insulin levels or sugar levels, basically you can eat about 6 to 8 dates without having a massive dramatic swing in your blood sugar. So having this compared to having full-on cane sugar, processed sugar is actually really good for diabetics. Dates also have a bunch of antioxidants in them, so they help fight free radicals, and they're just delicious. Some other really cool things about dates is that they have something called choline in them, and one of the signals that we use in our neurotransmitters around our bodies as well as other processes called acetylcholine. So it's really good for brain health because it helps with memory and cognition and energy levels for your brain. And then lastly, it also has magnesium in it. So magnesium has a lot of amazing benefits in our body, and honestly we need kind of a lot of it. It's really helpful for digestion, helps move the digestion around, but it also really helps with muscle spasms, and then it can also help reduce blood pressure by helping things relax. So overall, dates are pretty amazing. Dates are in, so now we're gonna be putting our cocoa powder in there. Again, get yourself some like organic, amazing cocoa powder. It's not that much more expensive, and you don't use it that much anyways. Now we're gonna be putting some coconut oil in here to really just honestly lube things up. We need to soften some coconut oil up. I'm gonna get 4 tablespoons in this bowl, and we're gonna soften it up in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Honestly, it probably needs like 15. Coconut oil has some amazing benefits in it. It's gotten hyped for a reason, and honestly, it's got some pretty amazing benefits. I'm gonna warm this up. That took 13 seconds. So coconut oil, let's talk about it, shall we? Coconut oil has some pretty spectacular benefits to it. Number one, it's a medium chain triglyceride, which your body can use more readily because normal fats usually have these long fatty acid tails. What coconut oil has, they have medium chain tails, which means that your body can use it more readily because it doesn't have to work as hard to break down those chains. When your body breaks down fat, it has to break it down into components that it can easily get across a cell membrane, and so that your cells can use them as energy. And fat is usually about 9 calories per gram because it has so much potential due to those long fatty acid chains. So coconut oil is more easily available, and it has so many amazing benefits with monolauric acid and all kinds of amazingness. So we're gonna be putting this right into our middle mixture, right into the food processor. Ooh. So next, we've got some vanilla extract. I think it's 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm using concentrate because I like it better than the extract. Why do I like it better than the extract? Because there isn't as much crap in it. That's pretty much it. So we're doing 1 teaspoon into the mixture. Now we're gonna blend. Process? Whatever. All right, it looks, oh my God, it smells so good right now. Delicioso. You know, this didn't make as much as I wanted it to, says every woman ever. We're going to separate it out, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge. I want it to be set first because we're gonna be coating it with more things. Don't be afraid of using paleo things. Paleo recipes are actually pretty bomb, and especially people who have all these allergies and stuff. Don't judge me. Oh, freak yeah, that tastes amazing. Very not sugary. If I ever do this again, I'd probably add like stevia or something to it. Okay. So I'm gonna put this together. Here's the thing with chocolate. People say it has a lot of antioxidants in it, which is true. But when you put a lot of sugar in things, it kind of defeats the purpose of the amazing properties because sugar is very inflammatory. It makes you feel like crap, it makes your joints hurt, it upsets some people's stomachs, and honestly, it kind of takes away the amazing properties of an antioxidant because they're trying to fight free radicals, and then your body's trying to do this inflammatory response with all that sugar. I'm talking about processed sugar, by the way, not natural fruit sugars. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick these in the freezer. I'm trying to harden them up. Coconut oil becomes solid at room temperature. So therefore, if we put it in the refrigerator or freezer, we can get these things a little bit hardened, and then I'll roll them up into balls, and then we'll coat them with some chocolate, shall we? So now we're gonna make our coating. We're basically just gonna take a tablespoon of coconut oil, and we're gonna mix it with a half cup of vegan chocolate chips. Then what we're gonna do is when this is all heated up, we're going to dip our balls in them. Sorry, childish. We're gonna dip our truffles into the coconut oil. It'll coat it, shake off the excess with the fork, and then we'll have amazing truffles to give to your Valentine. How we're gonna heat these up, we're gonna put them in the microwave for 15-second intervals. I'm gonna wait for these things to cool down a little bit more. All right, we're back. We pulled these out of the freezer, so now they are firmed up. It only says about 5 minutes, but I had to leave for like 3 hours, so we're back. Trust the doctor to have some gloves in their house, right? There really is nothing more satisfying than melting chocolate. You know what I mean? Look at that. Oh, yes. Anyway, we melted our chocolate and coconut mixture. It's nice and thin. The coconut oil will actually keep it pretty thin so it won't seize up too fast. I'm gonna roll up these chocolate truffle centers and talk about some chocolate facts. Chocolate's Latin name is Theobroma cacao, and it has some pretty amazing benefits. Theobroma is known a lot for its heart-healthy effects. One big effect is that it is really good for your cholesterol levels. LDLs, HDLs, HDL being the healthy cholesterol, LDL being the bad cholesterol. No bueno. The flavonoids in chocolate actually reduce platelet aggregation in your LDLs, meaning that you will have less blood cells being very sticky and causing plaques on your heart. Theobroma actually has a diuretic effect to it as well. It helps your kidneys get water off the system, and therefore it actually helps lower blood pressure. It also has magnesium in it, which again helps lower blood pressure because it helps muscles relax, including the heart. Chocolate, or theobroma, is also a modulator in some of your inflammatory markers, so it actually becomes a very anti-inflammatory style food. The other amazing thing about chocolate is that it has cocoa butter in it. Now, cocoa butter, as we know, is amazing. It's something called an emollient, which means that it's very moistening and it's really good for the skin. There's been actually a lot of studies when it comes to consuming cacao and how it has decreased the risk of people's myocardial infarctions, aka a heart attack, strokes, and just mortality with the cardiac systems in general. Those studies have been done in dark chocolate, by the way. Milk chocolate has its own set of issues going on, but all of these studies were done with dark chocolate. Another important thing to note when it comes to chocolate is that you want to have the most unprocessed chocolate you possibly can. So you want to have the most nutrient-dense, least processed chocolates you possibly can, and obviously with anything that's darker and has less milk in it, it's going to have more antioxidants in general. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take these truffles and we're going to dip them. Handy dandy tongs. We're going to take these, we're going to plop it right in there. Then we're going to stir it up around. We're going to tap off the excess. So some interesting facts about coconut oil. Let's talk about coconut oil. I want to do a whole episode on coconut oil. It's like one of my favorite things because it has such amazing properties in it, because it's been shown to do some amazing things. Coconut oil reminds me of the My Fat Greek Wedding when the dude talks about the Windex for everything. That's how I feel like the society has gone about coconut oil. They're not completely wrong, but you know, some people do go a little overboard, much like other things in the society. They say you crave chocolate because you actually lack minerals in your diet sometimes. Magnesium, some other trace minerals like potassium, so therefore you have a craving for chocolate. But who doesn't have a craving for chocolate, you know what I mean? I'm always weirded out by those people who don't like chocolate.
I'm like, what happened to you?
Oh no, what are we gonna do with all this chocolate?
Said no one ever.
We got 10 truffles out of the whole batter. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna throw these in the freezer real quick, about 5 to 10 minutes, and get back to you guys. Before I forget to tell you where I even got this recipe from, I actually got it from a place called 40 Aprons. Great recipe. I was looking for 2 ingredient recipes, and I got pretty close with 4, even though they all said about 2 ingredients. For some reason, there was 4 ingredients. I don't know, maybe people don't know how to count. I used the rest of the chocolate, and I dipped some bananas in it, because who doesn't like chocolate-covered bananas? And honestly, in my personal opinion, this you get from like Trader Joe's. Delicious, but way overpriced. A banana, chocolate banana. You know what I'm saying? Let's go see what our chocolates look like, shall we? Voila! 10 minutes later, this is what we made. Isn't it pretty? They set up so fast, don't they? They're hard, which is phenomenal. I love truffles. They're so good. These are approximately like 78 calories a piece, so they're not as bad as others. They're not exactly healthy, but they're not that unhealthy either. Guess what? My husband's around, so he can try them. Okay, I did it. How does it
You
look?
did it. Those look gorgeous.
Yes. Are you excited? Mm-hmm. I'm super excited. Cheers, my dear. Got a really cool middle. So the middle is made out of dates and cocoa powder. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
That's really good.
Damn. It's like butter, coconut forward. I can't really taste the dates.
You can kind of taste them. It's like a ganache fig Newton.
I do too. Oh my God. That is so freaking good. It's thick. It's definitely a thick truffle. One of these is like 80 calories, but it's like 4 ingredients and then the chocolate. So the other thing I want to do was I was going to put a little bit of salt on it.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Right? Just, oh, well, that was enough salt as I want. All right, let's see what that tastes like.
Better with the salt.
Oh my God. Want to see the other thing I make?
Is that a banana?
I made this for you.
Chocolate covered banana.
Yeah, the ones at like Trader Joe's are delicious, but way over freaking priced.
Ooh. Ooh.
I just stuck them in there so they're not like frozen solid. Are they tasty?
Those are amazing.
This would also be really good with salt. What isn't good with salt?
What is it with this salt? Exactly.
I'm gonna put a little more salt on this.
Salt me.
Yeah, it calls for flake salt, but I ain't that fancy. So we're doing Mediterranean salt.
That'll work.
Oh my God. Well, this was a success. Would do this again. So I hope you guys make this for your Valentine's Day date. Anybody? Yourself? Who cares? It takes like 20 minutes. 4 ingredients. It's vegan, it's paleo, it's gluten-free, it's delicious. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Next week, I think we're going to be diving into Mardi Gras season, and so we're going to be doing some more things about jambalaya and maybe something else. I haven't made my mind up yet. So I'll see you guys next one. Bye. You're not even going to say bye, you're going to wash your hands.
Bye.